On this lesson, you are going to learn the double bass slide triplet, which is kind of what I just played there. It is a really cool technique. It's a really cool thing to learn. You can play it in fills, you can play it in beats, and in my opinion, it kind of makes you sound better than you actually are on the double bass. And I'll kind of explain what I mean by that. When you're playing double bass, a lot of people think that speed is key. And if you can play quick little shots here and there, they think that you are incredible on the double bass. When you're playing the slide triplet, it's almost like a cheap way of getting a faster sounding stroke. In no way is it cheating, but it's a really cool technique to do. And it gets a cool sound, sounds really fast, it sounds like you got a lot of control, and it's not too hard to learn. So let me show you how I developed the double bass slide triplet. Now before I go any further on the double bass slide triplet, you're going to need to know how to play the slide technique. And if you don't know how to do that, or you know what it is but you've never really practiced it, I would suggest going back to the video on how to play and develop the slide technique. You are going to need to know that in order to play this. So let's get going. Basically, all the slide triplet is, I'm going to play 2 strokes on my strong foot, on my right foot, followed immediately by a single hit with my left foot. And you usually play these quite fast, so that's why I call it the slide triplet, because I'm using the slide technique on my bass drum. I'm going to show you how it's played slow, and I'm going to try to build the speed. Check with the foot cam so you can see how it's played. So as you can see, it sounds almost like a gallop, and it's utilizing the speed from my slide technique, adding in 1 extra note, which is very easy to do, and it sounds really quick. What I've got here is a couple exercises that'll help develop it, show you where you can use it. There's many different places you can put it in. You can put it right in a beat. I like to use them as shots, like I was doing in that first demo, maybe on the crash or on the tom and on the snare. Or you can use them just for fill ideas as well. So here's a few examples. You're going to notice that in some of my beats and fills that I do in the future, I might use the slide triplet technique. So make sure that you understand at least how it's played, so when you get to those, you'll know whether you can play it or whether you want to pass. So here we go. Okay, now those are a little bit quick, and if you're having trouble keeping up, don't worry, just take your time. They're just groups of 3. It's a shot, 2 on your right, 1 on your left. They're harder to play slower than they are fast. Trust me on this one. Because the slide technique has to be played at a certain tempo, it's tricky to play them in sync in good timing at a slow tempo. That's why I'm doing them fast. I'll try to break them down a little bit slower for you here, just so you can get a better idea of how it sounds, and try again picking up the tempo as fast as you can, because it's hard to play these slow. It's easier to play them fast. Here we go again, a little bit slower. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to play these in beats. So the next few exercises are going to be the slide triplet in a beat setting. Check these out. So now that you've had a chance to play the slide triplet in beats, I'm going to show you how to use them more in a fill type of setting. And how I'm doing that is showing you number 7 and 8, which show you how to use the slide triplet in a shot. And you'll see that when I'm playing these beats, they're going to end with the slide triplet and the crash, or the slide triplet and the toms. These are great for a musical application, whether you're playing a solo, whether you're playing a fill, when you're trying to accent with different guitar parts or whatever. So give this one a try and practice this. So there you have the double bass slide triplet. You can use it in shots, you can use it in fills, you can use it in beats, and it'll make you sound pretty fast. I remember it was one of the first things I ever taught myself on the double bass. So it's not too tricky to learn, and it's really cool to use. So take that to your kit.